We'll see.
See how it goes. Sock to serve.
Wow, going up the line already.
And to your credit, Marcel, we see that battle at the very first point. The inside-out forehand for Sock.
Wow. Yeah, Jack's really able to shape the ball, I would say, even more right now. That thing's really dipping. A lot of lead tape on Jack's paddle, too.
Kind of explain to the audience, Marcel, some of the benefits of using lead tape on your paddle.
Honestly, for good players, it seems to really help. For me, it feels the same, to be honest. But all jokes aside, it's helpful like to have the stability on a return, or if somebody's hitting a really powerful drive at your volley. Good to have that extra weight in your hand.
Don't sell yourself short.
Good depth by Pablo.
And just the pace there from Sock. You think it can be difficult to tell if it's going to go in or not, just when it's coming at you so quickly. You kind of have to reflex volley that just off a reaction.
Definitely. He had so much top on his ball that even a ball that's clearing the net by like 3 feet, they're often dropping in. If anything, I would be letting the balls go wide, but depth-wise, he usually makes it. Jack has a very interesting service motion too, very wristy. Wow. Not the two-y from Jack, oh my goodness. That's scary.
It's interesting you mentioned kind of the wrist for Jack Sock. Obviously his tennis career has a super, super wristy forehand. Kind of seeing that play a role in his pickleball allows him to get so much top spin on his drives.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like his forehand in tennis and pickleball is like a really good match because he didn't take a huge backswing on it. It seemed like it was everything forward. Exactly with what he's doing on his serve. Wow.
Just a quick start here for Jack Sock, just hitting his forehand really well.
If I'm Pablo, I'm going to try to like pin him onto the forehand side and not give him anything inside out. Ooh, wow. Found the backhand there. Excellent.
It's funny. Or he could just hit a great return like that into the backhand corner. Force the backhand.
Jack
is difficult to hit that spot repeatedly, of course.
Oh, 100%. He's so quick moving around his backhand wing, so you'll have to be perfect. Wow. Great stab volley there by Jack. Wow.
And we see that, keep on talking about the backhand flick, but that is one of Tellez's best shots, especially when he's moving up to the kitchen. Use that in that point there. We'll see if he continues to try and use that to kind of change the construction of these points.
He's been playing really good dubs as of late too, so the double's helping out the singles game as well. Wow. Nice scramble.
That one just a bit wide there from Tellez on the return. But he did go to the forehand like you mentioned.
Yeah. Wow. Good.
It looked like there he just caught it right in this, just caught it early enough. Just created the angle on the backhand. That's what you have to do when so much pace is being hit at you.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed the ball is really dying as it gets to Pablo's side here. I think the wind is going to play a big factor in the match today. With the side Pablo's on right now, I would expect, yeah, all of Jack's balls to really fall in, but at the same time, Pablo will be able to find better depth on the serve and the returns. Jack's serve is not really moving through the court as it usually does. See? Too good.
If the serve doesn't, the forehand will.
Yeah. You really want to avoid that spot at all costs. If it goes to the backhand, it better be right in that corner. A little bit more shape with that serve. Ooh.
And Sock getting some love off the tape there.
There, I wouldn't mind if Pablo just does like a drop shot up the line and initiates some cat and mouse, because I'm sure Pablo has so many more reps in the cat and mouse than Jack does at this point. See how he just moves around that thing so effortlessly. Want to keep that away at all costs from that inside out forehand.
Tellez gets the side out. Has some work to do though. Down 0-9 here in game 1.
It's crazy. When I'm watching it, the points are of good quality. Jack is just coming up with some really great shots here. Oh, unlucky there.
I think that's just kind of how it gets, especially as you get deeper into these tournaments.
Yeah.
At the pro level, everyone's got the goods. It's really just a matter of who's got the better goods in that match.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the spot you gotta avoid.
That's going to bring up a game point here for Sock.
Jack going a lot to Pablo's backhand on the service return. Hard for Pablo to get an angle or to push that ball deep.
It looked like on that one, Sock tried to put a little side spin on it. Didn't even hit it with top spin, but just the racket, the paddle path. I can't say racket path now, but the paddle path.
It's very hard to read. It just slides under the ball. Wow.
Great shot there from Tellez. Was able to focus even through the exaggerated take back there of Jack Sock.
Jack was about to pull out the Cobra. Jack's doing a good job of pinning Pablo's backhand side. I think Pablo's big weapon is that forehand, so doing a really great job of putting pressure on that wing. If Pablo's able to dip his backhand cross court, things could be pretty interesting, but at the moment he seems to go very much up the line. Just like that. But that's a play that Jack wants over and over. That's like what you have to try to avoid if you play it.
We'll see if Tellez can make a run here, trying to stay in game 1.
Wow, even got around that. Excellent. I like that play.
Showing that he's got the inside-out forehand as well.
Yep. Now, how can he construct points to get that same situation over and over? That's the question. Good shape on the serve by Pablo.
That's 3 great points there from Tellez. His forehand coming alive here. We'll see if we get a timeout from Sock. Doesn't look like we will yet. But do you think the forehand's just been the difference for this run for Tellez, or anything else you think he's doing?
He's been able to set up the point so that he gets that forehand where Jack is already leaning over towards that backhand side. If I'm Jack now, I'm going to have to cover that forehand wing though. So we'll see if he gives Pablo a little different look on the pass. Got to make that one.
Missed return close the door on game one. Jack Sock takes it 11-5 over Pablo Tellez.
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
Do you expect to see Tellez go more to the forehand on the returns here in game two?
In all honesty, I think it's going to come down to if Pablo can return better from his backhand wing. When the points are extended, it seems pretty head-to-head, but Jack is able to really get ahead on his serve, serving big to Pablo's backhand. Pablo seems to only return up the line, and then Jack runs around and plays it inside out. So let's see. Up the line again. Went inside in. Nice point there by Pablo. But I think that's not a play that he wants to rely on here.
See if he can make a run here to start off game two.
Good depth.
Like you mentioned, the wind may be playing a factor here, Marcel. The players have switched sides.
I don't know if it's swirling or not. Like, he found really good depth on that return. And I felt that he was against the wind here. I could be wrong. Good dipper. Ooh. There, I wouldn't mind if he even played like a short little slice and initiated some cat and mouse. It's really hard to try to hook around that ball when you're on the dead run. Nice. Found the backhand. His point.
I think, to your point, Marcel, we are seeing Tellez get into the kitchen a little bit with more success here early in game two.
I think that side's a little more helpful to find depth and bigger serves. Well, that was your favorite shot, the back and flick.
Works every time. Well, not for me, but for these players.
Me neither, me neither. My guy was just eating me alive with that today.
1-0.
Ooh, good. Nice.
And again, we see the variance in depth on those shots. And you mentioned earlier just how difficult it is to really get clean contact when you're on the full sprint.
Oh yeah, 100%. If you notice like your opponent has a weaker wing and you're able to test them forward and back and side to side in the same point, usually you're going to get a very attackable ball. And that's what Jack did really well, exploiting the Tellez backhand. Oh.
That one just a bit wide there from Sock off the tape. Still knotted up at 1 here in game 2. I think to your point again, Marcel, we did see that serve a lot deeper.
Yeah.
Court from Tellez. And that helped him gain the upper hand.
Yeah, that first ball is really important. And on a windy day like today, when you're on that windy side, you're really going to want to capitalize on that. Where's the ball?
Ball came to us in the booth. The most I've ever seen it happen. I guess we're a very popular target.
Yeah, everybody's like inside out. Or for Pablo, his cross court. Wow, Hayden up 8-0 on Connor. Wow.
Winner of this match takes on the winner of the match on Humana Championship Court. That's Connor Garnett taking on Hayden Patchquin. That match available to watch on Pickleball TV.
That's going to be the difference maker of this match.
Matea's back in.
Yeah. Pablo's taking the ball a little bit too early on the back end wing. He's going to have to let that thing come in a bit more so he can have more leverage on the ball on contact. Right now he can only really play the back end up the line. If I'm Pablo, sometimes if I don't hit a perfect return as well, I wouldn't mind to hang back and then buy myself one more ball to try to drop it at Jack as he comes to the net. Jack's first ball pass is really, really good, so I'd hang back.
And that one just a bit long there for Tellez. The wind helps with the serve, but it can also bring those turns a little long.
Yeah. Got what he wanted.
Just unable to put that one away. Sock has a 5-2 lead here in game 2.
Big bounce on that Jack Sock serve. Too good.
And the run continues. We'll see if we get a timeout called here from Tellez. Didn't use any of his timeouts in game 1. Serve there is going to give a side out to Tellez. See if he can come up with something here. Turn the tide in the second game.
Nice serve. I want a short angle dipper there cross court by Pablo next time. That would have been the play. Big serve again to Pablo's backhand. Jack is really doing a great job of mixing up his serves though. Like Pablo's barely seeing any forehands, and then the forehand he does see, he misses. He has no rhythm. Good return and even better inside in. Wow.
Honestly, that shot, if you're any, I don't care if you're Pablo Tellez, if you're any player, not a whole lot you can do there.
No, I mean,
depth on the return.
You just have to give him a handshake or an applause at that point. That was a really high level degree of difficulty on that ball.
And Tellez stays alive here, escapes a match point. Has some work to do though here in game 2.
Wow.
The inside out there from Tellez. What do you like there?
I like how he constructed that point. I feel like you're not going to really pass Jack outright on the wings, but you're going to have to kind of bring him in, have him hit up, and then go for your opening. Unless everything's falling your way. But in the wind, it's really tough to hit such fine targets. Wow. Incredible point there by Pablo.
High quality pickleball, and I thought the difference maker, Marcel, was that one-handed backhand drop that Tellez had when he was on the run. It seemed like that gave him the chance to reset the point.
We were just watching Ben, and that's what he does so well in defense. That's a great ball again.
Pablo Tellez coming alive here as the ball rolls to us again. I think that's the 4th time this match.
At least. These boys really like that target. Ooh.
The drop volley stops the run from Tellez.
And it's so useful, especially when Pablo's always been on his back foot. When Jack throws that in, it's completely getting him off balance again.
This will be match point number 2 for Jack Sock.
Getting a little windy over here. I feel like both of these players have to make each other play at this point because it's going to be very hard to hit clean now. Good shape on that serve. Wow. Nice scramble. I do like Pablo actually using that like short slice a lot. I think that looks like a more natural shot for him. Especially if he's getting a lot of pressure on that backhand wing, just getting it short and unattackable in the kitchen against a guy like Jack would be a really useful strategy.
And another chance here for Tellez to tighten game 2.
There, I wouldn't mind like a middle drop or something short again to Jack's backhand with a one-handed backhand slice. That works.
And the short backhand return gets it done for Tellez. Didn't look like he caught it quite right on the paddle there.
Yeah, that's going to be tough to get points in this situation repeatedly.
Depth on the serve there from Tellez. Gets him a freebie.
Let's see if he can string together a couple more. We might have a match. Nice. Good.
Just the depth there from Sock.
There I want, again, he's so good at like scrapping that out with another drop. I say one more drop there if he can.
Tellez?
Yeah, he's so quick. But that's exactly, he's lucky that Jack is not executing right there, but that's exactly what he wants.
And trading side outs here are Pablo Tellez and Jack Sock.
Is that like his 6th service mistake?
3rd or 4th, maybe even 5th.
Nice. Wow.
And there you go from Pablo Tellez. It's exactly what you said. It looked like he stayed in the point longer, hit some resets, Marcel, and then when he got a look he liked, that's when he took it up the line.
Yeah, I like his shot selections there, and his balance was good on that last forehand. He's able to really hook around it. Too good up there for Jack.
Just the angle, too much there.
And he's a big boy. And he moves really well. Like, he's deceptively super fast, especially for his size.
That is going to do it. Jack Sock gets it done in 2 games over Pablo Tellez. A valiant comeback effort in that second game, but the number 12 seed Sock does prevail 11-5, 11-8.